Hello, I'm Carin Lavery, Charity Relations Manager at Good2Give. This webinar is for charities. I'm going to be showing you the Charity Centre. This is what you have access to, and when you log in, you can put up your thank you message and your regular update messages for your donors. You can load your profile and edit it, and you can view and download remittance reports of your employee donations. I'm going to be toggling between the Charity Centre and the Employee Centre. You don't have access to the Employee Centre. That's where employees manage their own donations, search for charities and make donations. But I want to show you the result on the Employee Centre, so what employees see as a result of what you do in the Charity Centre. So let's get started. I've logged into the Charity Centre and we're on the Communications tab. As you can see here, you have an option of putting up a thank you message and a regular update message. So let's assume that you're putting up a thank you message. You basically follow these steps here. It's very easy and quick to do. So you put in your message title and it tells you that you have a maximum of 80 characters. You put in your message short description and it tells you you have a maximum of 150 characters. Browse to a PDF image that is appealing and clear in your communication. I will show you some examples. We always recommend that the PDF is portrait in style and A4. So let's go to the Employee Centre and you can see some examples. So I'm now on my own Employee Centre and we'll go to the Messages tab. So here's a lovely example of a thank you message that I received from ADSI, which is a charity looking after people in aged care. And let me just load this properly. Here we are. And you can see that it's a beautiful thank you message. It has lovely images and it has a thank you. Here's another one from Settlement Services International. Again, it's a lovely thank you message with a great picture and thank you. You can see also that donors are able to download or print the messages that you send to them. So let's go back to the Charity Centre. So thank you messages are delivered only once to your donors. They're delivered the very first time that people donate to you. Regular update messages, on the other hand, are delivered more frequently. So if somebody has set up a regular donation to you, they'll receive the regular update message that you put up whenever they are on the platform, and they will see that they have a number 1 or a number on their Messages tab, as you saw on my Messages tab there. So there it shows me that I have a message that I haven't read yet. Or the other way that donors are notified is that Good2Give sends your donors an email every month around the 10th of the month. And this is the email that was sent to me. And it says, "Hi Carin, thank you for your donation." And it shows who I'm donating to regularly. It also encourages me to sign in. And then it talks about latest news from your charities. So you need to think clearly about the message title. This is the message title and the message short description, because you need words here that are appealing and will encourage the donor to click on read more in the email and take them back onto the system to read your message. So let's go to Give It. So I'm in my email. I'm going to click on read more. Because I've already signed in to the system, it takes me directly to the Messages tab. If I hadn't signed in, it would have taken me to the sign-in page. So here is the lovely message from Give It, which is a thank you message as a result of a donation I made to the Townsville Floods appeal that we have running at the moment. So regular update messages can be on anything you want them to be. They can be newsletters, they can be a call to action, and sorry, I'm going to take you back to the Employee Centre because I want to show you an example of a good regular update message. I know I'm going backwards and forwards. So here, the RSPCA recently put up a newsletter. As you can see, it's a lovely newsletter here, and it's downloadable and printable for the donors. WWF also put up one recently. Here's another lovely one. Clear to understand, well designed, easy to read. You'll see in this one, they've embedded a video, and you can do that. We don't recommend it that much because it takes the donor off the Good2Give platform, and you want to keep them on here to encourage them to donate. Doesn't matter so much if they've already set up a regular donation to you, but it does for appeals. And I'll show you something that you can do specifically with appeals. So when you're on the Charity Centre, you can pick up what we call a shareable link. And I'll show you this in a minute. But let me show you an example of a charity that has done that. So I just need to find the right charity. I keep all of my messages, so I'll be able to find it. There it is. So it's the Australian Red Cross, and what they did for their end of financial year appeal, they did a regular update message here, and they embedded a shareable link into the PDF. It has to go into the PDF, not into the message title or the message short description. They embedded the shareable link, and it takes the donor directly to either the profile or to the project and reduces the need. The donor then doesn't need to search for the charity or the project. So if I click on this link, the shareable link, you'll see that it takes me straight to the project or the appeal that the Australian Red Cross has set up. And I'm then able to donate straight away. You can see that I'm already donating to this. Okay, so let's go back to the Charity Centre. And we've had a look at the Communications tab. We've had a look at the regular updates and the thank you message. I mentioned that regular update messages are, if somebody has a recurrent donation to you, they'll receive it when they are on the platform or when they are flagged in the email. If somebody has set up a one-off donation to you, they'll receive your regular update messages for the period of 3 months after that one-off donation. It's a bit like a subscription. Okay, so we've had a look at that. Let's go to the and we also recommend that you put up your messages in the first week of each month. And that is because the email that we send to donors, we send around the 10th of every month. So let's go to the profile and have a look there. This is where you can load your profile or edit it. So I'm going to click on Edit, and here is the shareable link that I was talking about. If you have projects, below your profile, you would have projects sitting here, and there would be a shareable link at the top of your projects, and you can pick it up and then drop it into your PDF of your message, and it will link directly to your project as I showed you, or if you pick up this one, it will link directly to your profile. So again, you just follow the instructions here in setting up your profile. You're able to customize the color of your banner image to suit your branding. So if I take you back to the Employee Center and I'll search for Caritas as an example, you'll see what this looks like. So Caritas, there they are, and they've branded their banner image to suit their branding coloring. You'll also see that Caritas has a couple of projects here. They have an appeal, which will have a start date and end date, and they have a more general cause appeal, which probably doesn't have a start date and end date, and donors can donate directly to these projects. If you want to put up projects or appeals, contact the Charity Centre and they'll help you do that. Sorry, not the Charity Centre, contact the charity team at Good2Give at charity@good2give.ngo. So let's go back to the Charity Centre. We've looked at the profile and you just work through the instructions here. One important thing is the cause area and the keywords. You can only choose one cause area. So choose the cause area that best suits the work that you do, and then think about all keywords that are relevant again to the work that you do, and think about what resonates with donors. So if I take you back again to the charities, to the Employee Centre, your cause might be welfare, but if I put in refugees and search for charities that are supporting refugees, you can see that it pulls up all of these charities. That's because these charities have put the word refugees as a key word. So it's very important to put as many keywords as you can think of that resonate with your donors. Okay, let's go to reports. So here you can run and export reports on donation performance, donations by organisation, and donations received. So I'm going to run a report on donation performance from January 2016 to January 2019. You can see that it shows me here the donations and the matching. It also shows it by month. Okay, if we go to donation received, I'm just going to leave this, I think, for the last year. You can see that it shows when the donation or spikes in the donations, the levels of donations and the levels of matching. There's usually a spike at the end of the financial year and end of calendar year. We must have done something at Good2Give to generate a spike in October and November. This is very useful to you because you can see when a good time is to put up an appeal or a project, or to put up regular update messages if you're not doing it each month. But we do recommend that you put up a regular update message each month. We know that 4 out of 5 donors want to hear about the impact of the donation that they've made. We also know from research that we did, and this is all in Workplace Giving, Workplace Givers Revealed, the research that we undertook in 2015, and it's on our website under Research and Publications. We know that donors who recall receiving correspondence from their charity are more favourable towards that charity, and in turn had higher donation levels. So you're missing an opportunity if you're not putting up messages for charities. We also know, when I showed you the Australian Red Cross, who encouraged donors to donate a day's pay in their end of financial year appeal, we again know from research that 46% of donors are happy to make an additional gift, and 33% are open to increasing their regular donation each year. So have a look at this research and think about how you structure your communications, and think about it in relation to the spikes that you're seeing in when the donations are made. Further down here, you can see the remittance reports. These are delivered to you by Good2Give around the 10th of each month, and you can download these. I'm not going to download these ones because they show personal information of donors, so I can't share that. But when you download yours, you'll be able to see the donor name, their work email address, the company that they work for, how much their donation is, how much the matching was, and how much the total donation is. The only exception to that is if the donor has opted to remain anonymous, and the vast majority of donors don't do that. They do share their contact details with you. So you're able to email them. You don't need permission, they've given it to you already. You'll also see here an admin cost. This is a cost that we take out of the donations, and 99% of the companies on the Workplace Giving platform pick up this cost. They're very generous and enable 99% of the donation to reach the charities. So when you look at your remittance advice, you'll probably have no admin cost, or you'll have a minuscule one. And the only exception to the organisations that don't pick up that cost are government organisations or charities. So Good2Give is a charity. That's why we have an admin cost to ourselves and why it's showing here. But if your donations are coming from companies that are not government departments or utilities or charities, you won't have an admin cost, and 100% of the donation reaches you. In the other exceptions, 99% of your donations reach you. So the other thing to let you know here in the remittance advice is you might see that the matching comes through later than the donation. That's because sometimes donation pay cycles can be fortnightly or monthly, whereas the company matching can be monthly or quarterly. In one case, I think it is, the matching is annually. So you will look at your remittance advice and you'll see that the matching might come a little bit later. Good2Give passes on the funds to you as soon as we receive them from the company. So we send them to you on the 10th of the next month that we receive them from the company, whether it's the donation or the matching. We don't hold on to them. Okay, so I think that gives you a rundown of the Charity Centre. If you have any queries, please contact our charity team at charity@good2give.ngo. Thank you very much. Bye.